Hey y'all, so I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to start cooking dinner. If you know what I mean, you already know it's Sunday and I have to make my Sunday dinner. So, yeah, I stopped at the particular topic about Belle being a zoo once upon a time. So, pretty much as far back as 1886, there was a menagerie located at Central Avenue in Seru that was home to small animals, including raccoons and birds. In 1890, a deer park was added. 5 years later, a few European fallow deer were sent as a gift from the president of France, Felix Francois Faure. Space was prepared for a zoo that added a lake for aquatic birds, walkways, and buildings to house wild animals. A bear pit was added with cages for a polar bear, a grizzly bear, and the common Michigan bear. Uh, there also was a wolf cage, seal pond, and an elk exhibit. By 1909, the zoo on Belle Isle had 150 animals and 32 acres. And I thought that was very interesting. So now we're going to move over to talk about a few other things about the island that I really enjoy. So also there are a lot of events that happen on Belle Isle. So if you know about the auto racing, that's something that had been occurring over, I want to say, for a while. It was like the IndyCar series, so that was happening for a while, and kind of remind me of, like, I think like a Grand Prix type of thing with auto racing and stuff, something like NASCAR or something like that. That happened for a while. I think that's still going on at this point. I haven't seen it in a little while, but at one point they did have auto racing. Of course, Belle Isle was known for its music events or musical events, so that's pretty cool. There is an aquarium, the Belle Isle Aquarium. Uh, that I really enjoyed that as a child and stuff, so that was pretty cool. You get to see a lot of different animals there. Well, as far as like species and stuff like that, that are aquatic species, rather. Um, what else? You have the botanical garden, the Anascripts Whitcomb Conservatory, so you have that. Get to see some beautiful orchids and different other tropical plants of such. Um, Sugarcane and bananas and oranges and coffee and stuff there as well, and cacti, ferns, succulents, depending on which wing of the conservatory you go to. So it's going to be, so then you have the Belle Isle Nature Center, BINC. Then you have the Great Lakes Museum, the Dawson Great Lakes Museum. There is a maritime museum. So maritime is basically dealing with ships in large bodies of water. So it's discussing those things, talk about those things. Um, yeah, it basically just talk about like the national regional maritime history of Detroit, and his role with, because Detroit is between two if you think about it, it's like, it's, especially like downtown Detroit, is between two countries, Canada and the United States, because the Detroit River is what keep us separated from Canada, if you will. So that's the best way how I can describe it. So yeah, like overall, then you have the James Scott Memorial fountain. I remember that. It was a beautiful fountain. Um Actually, as I think about it, and oh yeah, that was built in 1925. Yeah, it was built in 1925, and it was to commemorate what's his name? Yeah, James Scott. But I forgot his backstory per se. It was something about, it's something linked to this fountain. I can't remember if it's still there or not. Y'all can leave y'all comments in the comment section because I haven't been in a few years, but I thought it's I don't know. I don't think it's still there though. I can't remember. But it's very, very beautiful. Either way, regardless of just speaking of its legacy. And there are a lot of different places. Oh, there is this, speaking of lighthouses, there is a beautiful lighthouse. Then you have the Detroit Boat Club. You have what else? The Detroit Yacht Club. People love having their like canoeing, as I mentioned before in the previous video, kayaking and paddle boat. They like doing those different things. And that should be located at the Flynn Pavilion. But yeah, Belle was home to the Detroit Football League, and this football is spelled FUTBOL, which is like the Spanish version of football. So el football, it means soccer in Spanish. Okay. Or the football, but it also translates to football. Okay. If I recall correctly, yeah. It's really known as soccer in many English languages. Football, okay?
Football.
That's a football. Oh, that's the Catalan way of saying it. But usually there's like an accent over the U. Let's see. Yeah, it means soccer.
Football.
Football. That's how you say it. You see the difference with the dialects? Like Catalan and then like Spanish here in Americas are different, like different pronunciations or yeah. So but anyway, I wanted to just point those things out. And yeah, so I'm not going to drag this out, but there were, oh my goodness, I hope I did not delete that because I wanted to talk about that so badly. I want to go back a little bit. It's few more things I want to touch base on about these water spirits. And I want to close it out. Yeah. So, oh, the spiritual gathering. So Nancy Brown piece was it Carilion Sunrise Services, and they said in 1934, Detroit news columnist named Annie Louise Brown, writing under the pseudonym Nancy Brown, organized the sunrise service on Belle Isle. It was so popular that it drew tens of thousands of attendees. And then you have the Carnival of the Spirit, the ADACI's Carnival of the Spirit is a ceremony that venerates ancestors lost in the Middle Passage and loved ones who have transitioned